You are about to witness the future in video game entertainment. The Turbo GrafX 16 Entertainment Super System. 16-bit power, arcade quality graphics, and an unbeatable selection of titles. We'll show you what's available now and sneak previews of what's coming.
Turbo GrafX 16. That's what we have right here, folks. I just picked this up in a real big haul with a bunch of other video games that I'm gonna be showing next week, but today I wanted to highlight this extra special gem. Why? Because it is a piece of history. Is that lame?
Yeah, but you're pretty lame, so it's fine.
Wow. So purchasing this actually helped me talk the guy into selling the other games to me. I did have to pay up, but I still got it below market value. I paid $7.50 for all of this. The hero of Turbo GrafX, I do remember this, was Bonk, and this is what people are actually excited about it. And we thought about getting one. This was one of the reasons why. We thought Bonk looked pretty interesting, but we never got it. So let me know, did you have it as a child? I didn't have it as a child. I now have it as a 37-year-old midlife clarity producer. Like Crash for PlayStation, Sonic for Sega, and Mario for Nintendo, Bonk basically was the mascot, or you could say poster child, for Turbo GrafX 16. In this classic platformer, you play as a rock hard-headed cave boy, hence the name Bonk. Purpose of the game, beat everyone with your head until they die. And don't forget to eat meat and go crazy. Then it makes your enemies die faster. From entering dinosaur stomach acids to fighting dinosaurs and turning them into your friends, Bonk is a classic. Not to mention it holds some serious value. Oh yeah! So here's an interesting game that was actually a surprise, Devil's Crush. Although the name sounds oddly evil, it's really not an evil game. In fact, later the game was called Dragon's Fury. I personally prefer this new name, but I get it. It's the late 80s, early 90s. Everything is supposed to be mystical and fantasy, evil and good. I mean, it's a pinball machine game. How evil could it really be? Of course, one look at that face, you know, I think anyone could have nightmares. I mean, ugh. Anyway, for a pinball game, this is pretty exciting with its 16-bit heavy metal and might and magic vibes. And like all classics and Turbo GrafX 16 games, this brings a pretty penny. Wow. I mean, you see this, right? It says $500. I'm not seeing that wrong. Please tell me, is that what that says? Because when I originally priced it, it was like $150. That's $500. I'm not seeing that wrong, am I? Wow. Now here's a game right up my alley, Dungeon Explorer. What type of game is it, you ask? Well, I mean, it's a dungeon crawler. I think that's obvious in the name. Anyway, Dungeon Explorer, a typical Gauntlet-esque RPG adventure. You pick your character and journey through dungeons, killing all sorts of hordes of undead, magical creatures, and monsters. To what purpose? Well, to stop the evil demon king from ruling, of course. Duh. And I'm sure I know what you're thinking right now. You think I'm about to say, this game is also valuable. Well, yeah, okay, yeah, it's also valuable. I think that's pretty much the thing. Legendary Axe and Legendary Axe 2. Let's continue this jackpot and roll the footage of making money. Of course, I would actually have to sell games instead of hoard them in a corner of my house. So what's the difference between the two? Well, they are similar in that they are both platformer adventure games, but on one you are an Amazon warrior fighting spiders, rock golems, and trolls. And on the other, well, you are in a Speedo, fighting red-haired fairies and big demon creatures, while being in a Speedo, keep in mind. Then we have Sports TV Football. Now for the mama jama of it all, the Turbo GrafX 16 in the box. First of all, as you have seen, this box is in excellent condition. But no, my friends, not just the outside was clean, the inside is mint, still with the foam, and it's not smashed into pieces. And look, we have inserts and promotionals with pretty much zero flaws. It just doesn't get this minty, my friends. The original RF adapter, clean as a whistle. Now, he let me know he does not know where the power cable is, but I'm okay. The controller is a little dirty, but overall, great condition. For the first time ever opening the Turbo GrafX 16, I gotta admit, I am pretty pumped. Oh, and looky here. Instructions.
Keith Courage. It's fitting.
Other than having a dapper name, who is Keith Courage? Well, he's Earth's defender against bad or beastly alien dudes. Yes, you heard that right. This kid protects the Earth in his Nova suit and attacks beastly alien dudes. From revolver head to fat heads and flying magician robots to small mechs and even giant mechs, this game has great creativity and fun even in this modern day. And this came with the Turbo GrafX 16, which brings us to our final piece that brings it all together. Pretty unique compared to other consoles in its time, in that you can take this game card, lock and load, and you're ready to play. Not a bad pickup for a nostalgia investor such as myself, if you ask me.
Honestly, as cool as this is and as cool as the packaging is, the system itself is actually pretty boring looking, but it's still super cool. It's a historical item. This is definitely going in the collection, even if it is ugly, because I can put this up, because this is way cooler looking. I hate that sound. It gives me, what is it called? It makes my bones. Ugh. Okay, whatever. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Now for last but not least, we have this Turbo Stick high performance controller.
So the way you hold this, if you didn't know, is with the joystick and buttons. No, so I never was really too into joysticks, but it's cool to have just because, once again, it's a piece of history. So as you guys know, I am a Sega guy, Sega Genesis, Sega Saturn. Sega Genesis came out in '88, which was when my lovely wife was born, in the year of our Lord. Turbo GrafX 16 came out in 1989. Now, I didn't know much about it. I still don't know much about it. I'll be completely I'll be completely honest with you. I don't know a lot about Turbo GrafX 16. You know, you can roast me in the comments and be like, well, why do you have it? Well, because it's cool, and now I can know about it. So, poo-poo on you. So obviously this was up against giants such as the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis, and here comes the Turbo GrafX 16. It just didn't do as well. It only lasted 3 or 4 years, somewhere around 93, 94. But look at this. Can you say nostalgia? What in the world? Dude, stop playing with that stupid toy. Dude, you made me lose. I told you I'm filming right now. Fine, whatever. Go. Alright, sorry about that, guys. He can be a little unruly at times. So that's it, guys. Let me know if you had a Turbo GrafX 16. Everything I picked up with all the games and all the Turbo GrafX 16 hardware, we're looking at probably around a little less than $1,100 of value. So I think I did great. I think I did great. Not to mention, it's squeaky clean and minty fresh. Well, guys, that's it. That's the video. I'm not really sure how I'm supposed to end this, so I'm just gonna go to bed. It's late. Peace, homies.